does it work? Okay, jeez. Fucking thing. God damn it. Okay, bear with me a moment. Having some technical difficulties, and from an anger management perspective, my anger is not managed. I've mismanaged anger toward technical difficulties. Okay. Thank you for bearing with me, all zero people. Like, why am I even like? I could get as angry as I want. No one's watching. I could just trim it out later. Yes, paste the link. God. Okay. All right. Cool. No one. Okay. Well. Oh, geez. Looks like someone's watching. Condolences. Okay. So, thank you for watching. Let me adjust the webcam that I had to take apart so that I could get it back together so that it would work. Okay. Thank you for tuning in. Now they're gone already. I don't give a shit. Today's song is Pretend to Be Nice from the soundtrack to the 2001 movie Josie and the Pussycats, written by Adam Schlesinger, the guy from Foundations of Wayne. I think that's the name of his band. I never really got into him, but I think that's the name of his band. And performed by a band comprised of members of the cast playing roles in the band. I don't know how to exactly express that. I'm sure there's like a music industry term for that. I don't know what it is. Anyway, why did I choose this song? Well, the biggest reason is because I had a song in mind. I thought, for the rest of the month at least, I wanted to, which I guess is just this week, I wanted to do songs that made me think about Marshall and stuff. And so I had a song all set up, and I could not find chords for it anywhere except for one website that wanted me to give them money. And like, if I'm gonna pay money for this shit, I'm gonna just pay someone to teach me how to do the song. That's ridiculous. And so, okay, I couldn't do that song. And I went through like 5 or 6 different songs. And this was like the one that I found that I actually wanted to play that had chords available on the internet. And I'm not sure they're exactly right. It's probably just I'm not playing them correctly. That tends to be the more plausible issue. But anyway, so yeah, the whole not trying to do this solo thing is really starting to become a problem. And I actually went to there's a book on my floor, and it was like opened up to where the bookmark was about to fall out. So I just kicked it over with my foot. If you were like, why did he stop talking and do something with his foot there? There's an outfit in Sacramento, Music Landria, that loans out. It's like a library. You get a card and you can loan out musical instruments and stuff. And I thought maybe that would be a good place to try and find someone. I went there. They were very nice, but didn't have anyone who could help with that. So I think maybe what I'll do this afternoon, um, I'm going to try to make some sort of flyer and pass it around in places where, hey, you can see my computer screen and the guitar. That's cool. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing. Trying to calm down so that I can, like right now, I'm so jittery, I don't think I could play a song. I usually on Saturdays, I don't have any coffee so that I kind of deplete my tolerance to caffeine. And then today, I also cleaned the stove yesterday, which means it's not working anymore, and I need to figure out why I broke my stove trying to clean it. So he was like, I need coffee, and I went down to a actual coffee shop and got some coffee, and that's a lot of coffee. So I'm very like, okay, hey, maybe I should talk about this song that I'm going to play. So, this was around the time that like DVD players were just starting to get common enough where you kind of knew a couple of people who had a DVD player. My friend, Matt Jobson, vice president of Mountain Crest Gardens. That's what he does now. But at this time, we were just in high school. His family got a DVD player, and his sister, I don't know if she still uses her maiden name. Anyway, did I say he or she? I believe Kate's pronouns are still she, her. Okay, moving on. I'm very good at getting sidetracked. So, she got a DVD of Josie and the Pussycats, the movie, and we kind of watched it just for a laugh. And I was like, yeah, this is like a dumb teeny bopper movie, but I don't know, there's something kind of up with this. Like, this is more clever than I expected it to be. And then, like, she didn't want the movie, so somehow I got it. And I've watched it several times since. And I think it's a really clever and good, compelling movie with some funny but also compelling social commentary. I really liked it, and I've watched it like 6 times, and it's a movie that gets unfairly labeled a dumb teeny bopper movie, despite the fact that it is kind of almost sort of a satire of dumb teeny bopper culture as it was in the late 90s and early 2000s. And, very like, kind of like those people who read A Modest Proposal and thought Swift was really saying we should literally eat babies and got all offended. But almost like, yeah, kind of like that. Anyway, if you want to learn more about the movie, I put a link to a video in the description, and it's one of these video essays that's like 20 minutes long. I don't know if you've noticed from watching these, but I really love, like, I go on YouTube and I'm like, oh, hey, 3-hour-long video analyzing Harry and the Hendersons. Gotta watch that. Also, I don't have my life together, and it seems like I never set aside the time to get my life together. If you're wondering if those two facts are causally related, they actually are. So, that's the movie. This song in particular, I did want to mention one more thing. Josie and the Pussycats does not have a huge fan base, but every once in a while I will meet someone who also thinks it's a good movie. And it's kind of like, hey, we're both members of this secret club of people who get it. That's so cool. So I hope you take time after watching this to maybe see the movie if you have nothing better to do. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it. If you don't, that's okay too. You don't have to like everything I like. This song in particular, it's one of those songs, like, I've had a thought. And the thought is, you should, if you want to write a song that's going to become a hit, a viral breakout, you should write it about a thing that people think very often. Like the I Don't Want to Do the Work Today song. The only reason that song has become as popular as it is because there have been billions of times in the lives of millions of people where they looked at their alarm and said, oh, I don't want to do the work today. Oh, hey, that's a song. I'm going to go listen to that. I mean, people who don't even know that it's from a musical, but listen to the song because they don't want to go to work. So there's really, like, I've thought about coming up with a playlist of songs that I think about a lot solely because they're songs about an attitude that I have at least on a weekly basis. This song is more like it comes up, I would say in the last 10 years, it's come up maybe like 4 or 5, 10 times. And it always comes up, like, I always think of this song whenever I'm working for a boss that I hate, because I think it's very easy to think of, have a situation with a boss where you think to yourself, couldn't you at least pretend to be nice, which is the main thing in this song. And so that's my songwriting advice. If you want to have a song that at least gets me to remember it a lot, make it about something that I think a lot. Like a song like, I really shouldn't eat cake, but I want some cake. That would be like a hit single for me personally. This is perhaps the most complex song that I've attempted on this program thus far. I don't know if you've noticed this, but most of the songs I do are pretty like verse, chorus, verse, the end, This song has all kinds of crazy stuff. And I'm not even playing like the solo and stuff today. I'm doing a simplified version and it's still daunting. This one is a challenge. And I fully anticipate to make several mistakes today. I practice as much as I could find time for. Those YouTube videos don't watch themselves. Okay. With that being said, let's get this show on the road. I also wanted to mention that obviously the song is about someone with he, him pronouns. Sometimes, like when you cover a love song written about someone who is not someone you would normally fall in love with, sometimes people are like, okay, I'm going to change the pronouns. I didn't. And, for one thing, I just feel like, okay, we get it. We're not going to like think you're gay or whatever. You know, I feel like when people do that, it to me seems like they're maybe not comfortable with their sexuality. The second reason I didn't do it is because, again, when I think about this song, I think about it being about a boss, and bosses can have any pronouns. Now I will play. Well, he looks at me with those innocent eyes and says, "It looks like you're wearing some kind of disguise because your hair sticks up, your shoes are untied. I hope that you got that shirt at half price." And every word I say falls flat on the floor. I try to tell a joke, he's heard it before, and he do not think I can take it no more. He's driving me right out my front door. Why do you do what you do to me, baby? Shaking my confidence, driving me crazy. You know that I would do anything for you. Please don't ignore me, cause you know I adore you. I'm gonna turn down the volume. I don't know why it doesn't sound right. Can't you just pretend to be nice? Could you at least pretend to be nice? If you could just pretend to be nice, then everything in my life would be alright. And I try so hard just to figure him out, but he won't tell me what he's thinking about. He calls us. This is okay. We're gonna take a moment because this is really like it sounds like I'm not even on the right strings. And I try so hard just to figure him out, and then he won't tell me. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And he won't tell me what he's thinking about. And he falls asleep on the living room couch with his sunglasses on and his tongue hanging out. And then he disappears for a week at a time. And then he shows up just like everything's fine. And I do not get what goes on in his mind, but I'm tired of hearing the same stupid line. Why do you do what you do to me, baby? Shaking my confidence, driving me crazy. You know, if I could, I'd do anything for you. Please don't ignore me, cause you know I adore you. But can't you just pretend to be nice? Could you at least pretend to be nice? If you could just pretend to be nice, then everything in my life would be alright. Why do you do what you do to me, baby? Shaking my confidence, driving me crazy. You know, if I could I do anything for you? Please, I don't mean to bore you, cause you know I adore you. But can't you just pretend to be nice? If you could just pretend to be nice. If you would just pretend to be nice, then everything in my life would be alright, alright. Alright. Well, I almost didn't totally fuck that up. Fuck. I used to like that song, and now I kind of hate it. I also think, you know, like, it's kind of frowned upon by people who are into music to get one's musical taste from movies, even though I feel like to some extent, we all watched The Good and the Bad and the Ugly and thought, hey, this song is pretty cool. It is what it is. Okay.